What's going on, people, and welcome to Man Knows Football. You are here with Guni. I know it's a bit of a late preview for the Chelsea versus Manchester City game, but you get me, better late than never. Here it is right now. But before I get into the content, you already know what I'm going to ask you to do. Yes, please like, share, subscribe, leave your comments down there, all of that good stuff. This channel is growing at an absolute rapid rate, an organic rate as well, and I'm absolutely loving it. And I'm grateful to every single one of you for making it happen. But let's keep pushing, man. Let's keep building this community. I'm loving what I'm seeing so far. But we are here for the main event this weekend. Well, we've got a couple of games on. We've got obviously Chelsea versus Manchester City, which is going to be the one everybody's going to have their eyes on. And we've also got the North London derby. I did do a little bit. It was a bit of a review with Troops. I did a more in detail one with Kenny Ken. But if you ain't seen those two, go back and watch those videos. But yeah, man, the main show, you get me? The potential 6-pointer for the Premier League at the end of this season. The pressure is on Manchester City. They are 3 points behind Chelsea, who are absolutely flying at the top of the Premier League right now. We have only conceded one goal. Yes, one goal, and that is not in open play. Our defence has been on point in the Prem. So we are ready to take on anybody. I believe this season we are going to make Stamford Bridge a fortress. How do I feel about this game? I feel pretty confident. Why am I confident? I've got confidence in my manager, I've got confidence in my defence, and I've got confidence in my whole squad going forward into this season. Nothing has changed. You know my thoughts before the season even started. I was nailed on Chelsea to win the league this season. Last season, obviously, we beat them 3 times in 6 weeks, you know. So I'm just wondering, has Tuchel got into Pep's head? I reckon so. I reckon Pep's kind of rattled by Thomas Tuchel. He's had 3 different opportunities to put himself against him, and he's lost all 3 times. Obviously, the most famous one being the Champions League final, you get me? Kai Havertz with that famous goal to sink Manchester City, and for us to win our 2nd European Champions League. You get me? To solidify ourselves as the biggest club in London. You already know this. Team news though, we heard from Thomas Tuchel earlier. Man like Christian Pulisic, unfortunately, is still not fit. He did say that it was going to be too soon for him. Mason Mount is on the injury list. He will not be fit for tomorrow. Apparently, he had a second half injury against Aston Villa, but it's a very minor injury, but he won't be fit enough to play tomorrow. So that's a good thing. It's a minor injury. It might be a blessing in disguise that Mason Mount will not be starting this game. I'll come on to why later on into the video. And some brilliant news is this. Everybody else will be training, and that does mean goalkeeper Edouard Mendy will be coming into the lineup, and I can confirm he will be starting that game. Why? Because Tommy T said in his press conference already. He did say a couple things, man. I love how he said, oh, it wasn't that long ago when people were saying that I didn't know how to beat Pep. I love that little bit of him. You get me? He had to throw the punches back to the media to say, yeah, what was he saying now, bitch? You get me? 3 in a row and we're gonna spank him again tomorrow, blood. What you telling me? Confidence from Thomas Tuchel, bruv. And then he was asked, is he a better coach than Pep Guardiola? And I loved his answer, yeah. He actually said, the question doesn't even exist to him. He doesn't even think about it. Really and truly, he had good things to say about Pep. He said, you know, he's a huge admirer of Pep and what he's done in football and how he's changed the game, what he's done at Barcelona, what he's done at Man City. You just got to look at his trophies and influence, all that good stuff. You get me? Waxing lyrical about Pep as everybody else does. But he also went on to say this. He is trying to do his best at Chelsea Football Club, and he's doing it in a place where he is happy, and he's very happy that the club has his back. And that is amazing news. Amazing news. I love the way this manager speaks. He was also asked about the points gap between them and Manchester City. He doesn't care about no points gap. He don't care. It was only that day at the press conference today when he found out what the gap was 3 points. Because all that's concerning to him is the performance. As long as the performances stay on top, you don't have to worry about what everybody else is doing, which is what I've been saying. But let's look into this game. Let's look at Manchester City and the dangers that we know that they pose and the weaknesses we know that they have. And obviously, we've got to look at their new signing, Jack Grealish, who has started this season quite decent for them. The first game wasn't too great. A lot of people was questioning his price tag just after one game, which is a silly thing. But he's come into this season, he's coming into his own, he's finding his spot into the Manchester City side. Will we see him starting? Manchester City, obviously, we know they don't have an all-out striker, so they will be going with the false nine. But who will be starting in that false nine position? Will we be seeing Kevin De Bruyne playing that position as we have seen him play before? Or will we see a surprise and see Gundogan play there? Because we know that his timing of his runs are very, very good. We cannot be underestimating man like Gundogan. Then you've got Gabriel Jesus, who's also in very decent form. He'll be looking to be getting in behind Alonso. Or will De Bruyne start a little bit deeper? Will he be looking for Jesus to be making them runs beyond Alonso? Will he be looking for Gundogan to be making those intelligent runs past our defence, what we know that he is very capable of? I don't know if you heard that. I had a bit of gas, had to get that out. Sorry. Will he be looking for Raheem Sterling to also be making those deadly runs? You never know. Manchester City have got a lot of different ways that they can play. They've got an embarrassment of riches, as we know, so we've got to be very, very aware of them. Obviously, this game, it's a bit of a cliche, as people say. The game was always won in the midfield. I think this game is going to be very telling of so. The question is what's Thomas Tuchel going to go with? Could we see a 3-5-2? Could that 3-5-2 that we saw against Tottenham be a precursor to what was coming against Manchester City? Will we be seeing Kante playing a bit more advanced in this midfield, playing in between the pockets of the Manchester City defence and the midfield, picking up balls from Rodri, intercepting from there, winning the balls from high up, bringing other players into play, because we're starting to see N'Golo Kante, his playmaking game is starting to improve. Even though when Kante is coming into his 30s, he seems to be improving all the time. Could we be seeing that? It's a very interesting game, and obviously between two tactically brilliant managers, it's going to be a very tactical game. And it's like Thomas Tuchel said in the press conference, it's the fine details that will decide this game. I'm very confident in my manager. I think currently on current form, there is no manager better than Thomas Tuchel, including Pep Guardiola. I think he's going to have him over a fourth time, and I think we're going to keep a clean sheet this time as well. I've got a lot of confidence in our manager. And there's also the question, does Pep still have the Champions League in mind? Does he still have the FA Cup in mind? Does he still have that Premier League defeat in mind? Because this is definitely new territory for Pep Guardiola. There's not too many managers out there that get the better of him the way he's, the way Tuchel has. How am I going to start this game? Well, obviously we know that big man Mendy's back, so he's got to start this game. He's going to be crucial for us. Then the centre-back three. I'm not even going to change a single thing, blood. It's my fantastic trio: Thiago Silva, Rudiger, Andreas Christensen. Then the wing backs is going to be Marcos Alonso. And on that right side, we're going to see Reece James. And then the midfield pivot, N'Golo Kante. And it's going to have to be Jorginho. I'm definitely going to start Jorginho, because Jorginho in those counter-attacks that we're going to have against Manchester City, he's going to find those passes very quickly, and he's going to be crucial in this game. Not saying that Kovacic can't do that. He's been on amazing form. He's even added a goal to his game, but I would like to see Jorginho play this game. That's if we're not going with a 3-5-2, by the way. I'm just going with the standard lineup that we would usually go with. Timo Werner for me would start on the left, even if Mason Mount was fit, because like I said, I explained about Timo Werner already. Romelu Lukaku has to start this game. I do believe Lukaku, aka Bolingoli, will get his goal this game. I think that question of a flat track bully, as people like to call him, I reckon Lukaku is going to break that against Manchester City. And on that right side, I have to play with Kai Havertz. Although, yes, some of you are going to say, well, Kai's not really on form. He hasn't been playing his best football. Hear me out, yeah? A, Ziyech isn't really doing that much better than Kai, if we're being completely honest. And B, Kai Havertz in big games has always rewarded us. You've just got to look back at the Champions League final. You've got to look back earlier in the season against Liverpool, that world-class header that he scored, looped over Alisson. And I think he's going to show up again against Manchester City. Even if he doesn't get a goal, I think he will contribute. That will be my lineup. My prediction for the game will be 2-0 to Chelsea. And that's not putting any disrespect to Manchester City. I don't think they're going to roll over and die. I just think that we've got the better manager. We're a lot more organised. I still think that Pep has still got, he's still got thoughts of Tuchel in his head. I think Tuchel has got the better of this manager, to be honest with you. It's a dangerous thing for me to say, but I've been confident all season and I'm not going to stop now, you get me? But yeah, that's really what I've got to say about this game going in tomorrow. Hopefully my match prediction is right. Another clean sheet, 3 points on to next week's settings, you get me? 2-0 Chelsea. Am I either going to go with goal scorers? I'm going to go with Lukaku. And I think I'm going to go with Kante getting another goal. I know it's a bit left, but you get me? I think it's going to be Lukaku and N'Golo Kante to get the goals for Chelsea and secure the 3 points. But let me know your comments. Let me know who you would start in the game. Let me know what you think the result would be. If you don't like putting in your result down there, you don't have to do that. But you get the point, innit? Let me know your thoughts down there in the comments. I am getting back to people. I know there's certain comments that I haven't responded to, but trust me, I will get back to you once I do get the time. But yeah, make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment, all of that good stuff. You get me? But for now, I'm going to see you tomorrow. I'm actually going to be doing a live stream on Troops TV. So make sure you're locked in for that. Should be a lot of fun. But yeah, man, until next time, people, be safe.